Dinking is a crucial aspect of pickleball that requires precise placement and touch. It's also a skill that many players struggle with, especially when facing skilled opponents who can put pressure on your dinks. In this video, we'll go over some tips and techniques that can help you improve your dinking game, from proper grip and body positioning to shot selection and strategy.
All right, we're gonna go into sectioning how we work on dinks at a 3-0 level, then a 4-0, and then a 5-0 level. The first level is 3-0. So what we're gonna wanna do is make sure that we make our dinks as simple as possible. What that means is having the grip that we want, so either continental or Eastern or semi-Western. Pick one, get comfortable with it, only hit that forehand and backhand. Don't be changing your grip constantly. When it comes to grips, pick something that's comfortable. It's not super crucial to have a certain grip, so get something that's comfortable. Next, we make sure we have a good stance at the kitchen line. We're about 2 inches off the kitchen line. Our paddle is out in front. We're gonna make sure that our dinks are very simple. So we're basically opening the paddle face like we're opening the glove to a baseball or opening our hand to catch a ball. And we are gonna push through the ball very simply with the paddle at about a 45-degree angle. I'm looking to get the ball between the net and my partner, Justin. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I'm just trying to be consistent at that alone. I'm gonna start the ball high over the net, maybe 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet first, and then I can progress. So this is all I'm looking for. Good stance, out in front, lifting the ball. And then lifting the ball. Very simple, straight through it. I'm not trying to put any spin on it. I'm just trying to lift it in a simple motion. I'm not falling through big like this, right? I'm just very smooth, pushing through it. I'm not trying to snap my wrist at all like this, okay? I keep my wrist stable. There's no movement of my wrist. I'm just moving my arm straight up and through. All right, so footwork at the 3-0 level is sometimes really hard because people get uncomfortable being at that kitchen line. So one thing that can really help with this is making sure you're only taking one step and getting back to your ready position. So we're not moving our feet. If we have to move to a ball that's maybe a little bit short, I take one step and then I get back to my ready position, or I take one step open stance and then back to ready position. But avoid taking multiple steps. We see a lot of players that were from maybe other racket sports or something where they're taking a lot of steps getting in position. This allows them to hit the ball well, but then not recover fast enough because the opponents are so close. So when they get hit, when the ball gets hit back to them, they're either stepping on the kitchen line or they're in a bad position.
So now we're talking about the 4-0 level for the dink. So we've gotten the basic dink where we're just hitting nice and control, consistency. Now we're trying to improve that. We're trying to improve our control and consistency, but we're stepping it up a level. We're gonna wanna start to, there's a few things. We're gonna wanna start to have some movement with where we're hitting, so I'm not just hitting a basic dink right over the court to Elisha, but I'm moving him side to side. Now, the other thing I'm really trying to do is bring my margin a little bit down. So before, you see we're hitting maybe a foot over the net, giving ourselves margin. Not that you don't want margin, you still want some, but you want to bring it a little lower over the net. The next thing you're going to want to do is to try to start to take some of these out of the air. So when we're hitting these dinks, some that Elisha hit back to me are going to be a little deeper. When you're at the 4-0 level, you need to take some of these out of the air so that you can take time away from your opponent. By taking it out of the air, you give them less time to react, and now you can move the ball over in the corner away from them quicker, and you're looking for that next ball to attack on. So these are some of the things that you can do at the 4-0 level to improve your dinks. We also want to talk about footwork at the 4-0 level. So Elisha talked about it at the 3-0 level, where you only want to maybe take one step, come back to your point of reference. Now, for the 4-0 level, we can get a little looser with our footwork. We can start to shuffle to get that ball a little more laterally. We can be a little looser with our knee bend. One thing you can start trying at the 4-0 level to get more reach, keep one foot here and reach out for that ball. This will extend your reach. Now, one mistake we see, people see the pros crossing over in pro matches. We want to try to avoid this at the 4-0 level because when you cross over, this puts you out of position and leaves you vulnerable.
All right, so the last stop, 5-0 level. This is what's gonna separate you from all the 4-0 dinkers or the 4-5 dinkers, is making sure that you're doing all the things that we mentioned at the 4-0 level very proficiently. So you're very consistent at all those things, moving side to side, putting the ball deep to the corners, moving them, dinking it short, being able to place it well, all those things, as well as the last thing, adding spin, okay? So not only hitting those dinks, the ball's out of the air, everything effectively, but doing it with spin. So making sure you're doing some, with backspin, with topspin, rolling the ball, either going, low to high or backspin, cutting it, moving it around. This is gonna add some errors to your opponents by them popping it up or not hitting it really clean on their paddle. So they might be even hitting it in the net. So doing everything that we just mentioned at the 4 level, but also adding that spin, right to left, left to right, top spin, all those different things, as well as out of the air with those certain spins.
Thanks to our sponsor of this video, Just Paddles. Check out Just Paddles if you're looking to buy a paddle. 10% discount in the description below.